I just used AI to create a long AI anime with perfectly consistent characters. And honestly, the results are insane.
I can't walk this road for you, but I'll always be watching over you.
You picked the wrong path to wander, traveler. Show yourself! Is this all the old man taught you? He taught me enough to break you! Is this really all you have?
The sword was never the source of your strength. You were. Now stop kneeling like a boy and stand up like the man I trained.
But here's the thing, if you've ever tried to create a long AI anime before, you already know the problem. The characters never stay consistent, the environments keep on changing, and the moment you try to stitch all the clips together, the whole thing just ends up looking fake. Which is why I've spent the past week testing out different workflows to solve this exact issue. And in this video, I'm going to break down, step by step, the best possible workflow that I found. So, by the end of this video, you'll be able to create long AI anime on your own, without burning through a ton of credits on generations that fall apart the moment you put them together. Let's get into it. And for this video, we'll be using OpenArt. It's an all-in-one AI platform that I like to use because it has access to all of the latest AI models in one place. So if you want to follow along, I'll leave the link to OpenArt in the description below, along with all the prompts that we'll use throughout the video. But before we start generating anything, we need to actually storyboard our entire video so that we have a clear idea of what it looks like from start to finish. And honestly, this is the part that most people skip because anyone can generate a single clip that looks good. But actually, connecting different clips into one continuous story is a completely different skill on its own. So for this, we'll just open up Claude and give it a rough idea about the anime that we're trying to create. We want a 60-second clip with a full story arc, one consistent hero character that's present in all the scenes, and a real fight scene in a Demon Slayer type aesthetic. And here's what we got for the full story. It follows a young swordsman named Ren, who leaves his home and heads out through a misty forest where a rival is waiting to ambush him. The two clash, and Ren ends up getting overpowered, but right at the lowest point, he has a flashback to something his mentor once taught him, and that's what he uses to turn the whole fight around and win. And that's the story done. After this, we just need to generate the character reference sheets for each of them so that the characters can stay consistent throughout the video. We'll need 3 character sheets in total. For this, we'll head over to OpenArt, select Nano Banana Pro, and paste in our prompt. We want a front, side, and back view of our character, wearing a fantasy travel outfit with a katana at his hip in a soft anime-style theme. And this is what we got. Now we'll just repeat the same process for the other 2 characters. And just like that, we have full reference sheets for all 3 of our main characters, the hero, the rival, and the mentor. But here's the thing, a good storyboard and characters can help us plan our videos and keep our shots consistent, but they're really just the foundation, because at the end of the day, the actual quality of every clip still comes down to how well we prompt. And honestly, most people still get this part wrong, because they just assume that the more detail they pack into the prompt, the better the result will be. So they just head over to ChatGPT or Claude, ask it to generate a super detailed prompt, and then paste that massive block of text straight into the AI video model, which is exactly why they end up with average results. Because here's the thing, most AI video models only process the first few hundred words that we feed in and then skip everything after that. So if your prompt is 400 words long, the AI model is probably only paying attention to the first 250 words, which means half of the details that you added might get completely ignored. So instead of this, we need to write clear and structured prompts that the AI can actually process and understand. And for this, I use a simple 6-point framework, which is subject, action, environment, camera, style, and constraints. For example, here's a typical prompt that does not follow this structure. And here's that same idea written using the 6-point framework. Now the AI has a clear idea about what to generate, but if your video involves multiple angles or camera movements, we can also use timeline prompting. And thanks to Seedance's powerful multi-shot feature, the outputs are surprisingly accurate. So whenever we're using these prompting techniques techniques with AI, we should always read through the final prompt before pasting it in, because most of the time, the AI adds in unnecessary detail or vague words, and cutting those out can make our prompts a lot better. And honestly, these techniques might sound simple, but once you start using them consistently, they can easily make a drastic difference in the quality of our generations and save us a ton of credits. But the best way to actually see this difference is to put these techniques into practice and start generating our clips, which is exactly what we're going to do next. But first, we'll need to create some reference images. And for this, we'll just head over to OpenArt and select Nano Banana Pro as our model. Then we'll upload both of our character reference sheets and paste in our prompt. We want a wide shot of the hero character kneeling down on the porch of a misty bamboo house at sunrise with his mentor standing beside him in a soft anime-style aesthetic. This is perfect for our starting frame. Now let's move on to the actual video. For this, we'll be using Seedance 2.0, but Kling 3.0 is another solid option if you're looking to save credits. We'll start by uploading our reference image and both of the character reference sheets again, and then we'll paste in our prompt. We want a 13-second cinematic shot where Ren closes his bag and his mentor delivers one final line to him. After that, he hugs him and walks down the staircase. And here's what we got.
I can't walk this road for you, but I'll always be watching over you.
The result looks amazing. The animations look smooth, and even the dialogue scenes have perfect lip sync. Now let's move on to our second clip. For this, we'll need a different starting frame since the scene changes, and for that, I just went ahead and generated a brand new starting frame using Nano Banana Pro. Now, we'll just upload this along with the character reference sheet and paste in our prompt. But before we actually hit generate, here's a small trick that we can use to save credits, especially if we're not sure if the prompt is good or how the clip is going to turn out. Instead of generating the final clip at 1080p straight away, we can run it at 480p first, which only costs about 1/5 of the credits and gives us a quick preview of the final result. And after finalizing everything, we can bump it up to 1080p and generate the full version. And here's what we got.
You picked the wrong path to wander, traveler. Show yourself.
The overall clip just looks really clean, and even the character looks exactly like the previous scene. But here's the thing, both of these clips are still two completely separate generations. They look good individually, but they're still not connected to each other. And according to our story, the next scene is actually an extension of this one. So instead of generating a brand new clip with just the end frame, we can actually use the video extension feature where we can upload our previous video as a reference. And the reason this works so much better is because now the AI model has a full idea of what the previous scene looked like, so it can carry the same feel and motion into the next clip. So we'll just upload our previous clip, add in both character reference sheets, and paste in our prompt. We want a 15-second cinematic fight scene that picks up exactly where the previous clip left off, with smooth and varied camera motions as Ren and his rival clash, lock blades, and exchange dialogue. And as you can see, there are two different characters used in this prompt. So to make sure the AI uses the right image at the right time, we can just tag each one using the @ symbol, which gives Seedance a much clearer idea of which character to use during which part of the scene. Now, we'll just hit generate, and here's the result.
Is this all the old man taught you? He taught me enough to break you. Is this really all you have?
The overall result is actually really good. The fighting feels natural and the dialogue hits at exactly the right moments. Now we'll just repeat the exact same process for our last clip.
The sword was never the source of your strength. You were. Now stop kneeling like a boy and stand up like the man I trained.
And once all of our clips are generated, the hardest part of the entire workflow is already done. But we want to make a long AI anime, and right now all we've got are some short clips, which is why the final step is to put everything together inside a video editor. For this, you can use any editor, like CapCut or Premiere Pro, because all we have to do is just arrange our clips in order and make any small cuts or trims that we need. We can also add a few transitions to make our video flow even better. But honestly, that's just a cherry on top because our clips have already done all of the heavy lifting for for us. And that's the full workflow. We started off by storyboarding our entire video using Claude. Then we generated our character reference sheets, learned a few prompting techniques to write better prompts, and generated all of our final clips using Seedance. After that, once everything was ready, we brought it all together inside our editor. And honestly, this is exactly why I keep going back to OpenArt, because it gives us access to every major AI model in one place, so we never have to set up and use 5 different tools just to put together one video. So if you want to try this out yourself, the link to OpenArt is in the description below. And now you know exactly how to create long-form AI anime videos with consistent characters from scratch. But here's the thing, during our entire workflow, we still had to manually prompt each video and wait for each generation, which can take up a lot of time. That's why I've created a video on how to automate this entire process using Claude, where we don't even have to write or paste in a single prompt. So if you want to check that out, click the video on screen now.